My first impression was very positive. Hello guys, today we're gonna review a new game that's called Farthest Frontier. As a guys plus player of Age of Empire and searching for a game that focuses more on building and development over combat and seeking conquest depend game competition, I could not have jumped higher the chance to test them game out. My first impression was very positive. It's immersive with incredible attention to detail. If you think I don't like as a casual player, I would have liked an easy mode. I found the learning curve a bit steep and the possible deterrent to player unsure if they would enjoy a game like this. There is so much to do and so much to keep track of that, while wonderfully realistic can make it seem more like a job than a game, just keeping your villager alive. One suggestion for improving that I would like to strongly emphasize over any other is to make hunting and fishing more influential resourceful. Right now, all maps seems heavily dependent on your farming capacity, but maps like lakes limit this, but the restriction on fishing prevent it from being a viable replacement, which seems to the point of the map. Making hunting and fishing nodes more influently would also help offer players more options in what kind of settlement to build. Nothing that this nodes still require a fair bit of space to be usable. So I would very much like to be able to assign waste collectors to designated location, much like red trappers, if only to help with the issue of waste collectors being ill or working in the same area while waste is accumulating somewhere. Other quality of life improvements might be things like limiting immigration per freights more when supplies are low, not just when villagers are unhappy, dedicating villagers to gather or build instead of varying in degrees of either, and making priority setting more influently. Food decay isn't a real issue unless you plant poorly. Tons of ways to make food. Grain, preserve, cheese have very slow decay. Hunting and fishing produce in winter, foraging so the others season, and the farming and enriching can generate massive excess as long as you have somewhere to store it all. Trade is somewhat overpowered as you get 2-3 merchants visiting each year and often at the same time. At least half the years you can buy from one for cheaps and sell to the other, making a profit of nothing. I rarely found the need to sell my own goods, but it can be hurry thing along early on if you're upgrading a lot of building. Town center upgrades are pricey in particular, but only because I try to rush them to get access to better buildings. Market provides a lot of gold as long as you build up enough housing around them. With amenities and making your town aesthetically pleasing, you should be able to fit houses around the market. Town center can hold its own against the early raid if you garrison villager, but at the same time you need 2 towers, you'll have 2-3 market areas. Be smart about placement and it doesn't have to be expensive. Raiders want to raid steal things to protect the buildings with good they might go after. Keep these buildings somewhat close to each other. Also help save money with wretch catches if possible, but towers on higher ground as they get attacked bonus them. The building AE can be little annoying early on, but once you get over 100 or 200 population you can easily afford to change some laborers to builders. The number won't go up from the 4 initial ones unless you change it yourself. Things will be built relatively quick then as long it doesn't take forever to bring the materials. I have never had one houses got abandoned. I don't know how any managed that maybe be building a undurable building to close. Also, it's okay to let some villagers die. It's super easy to get more as long as you constantly improve your town. The only legitimate complaints I saw was the frame rate slaughter. I run it on a max and during blizzard is noticeable. My complaint is you can't control what we wagons do and they don't do enough at this point. They should stock market and big builds, but I didn't see a way to do that. Still missing bridge, boat, chickens, horses, petrol, deep mines. A lot of this deep is spontaneously and be ignored. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.